Girls and boys, welcome to Math Time. Today we are still in topic 3-1, and this is a review of what we covered yesterday. So remember, our essential question is, how can I add within 100 using strategies and properties of operations? And we're really just thinking about these yellow words. How can I add within 100? And one of the tools that we've added to the many that we have is that 100 chart. So let's go ahead and look at it one more time to review. Okay, so here's the 100 chart. It's in your book if you don't have one along with your papers. It's also on the resources page on PowerSchool. Okay, so if we had a problem like this, 61 plus 24, we would break down that 24. How many tens are in it? And hopefully we would all know, or we would be able to figure out that there are two tens in it. And what's left over? 4, because 10 plus 10 is 20, and 20 plus 4 is 24. So now we're going to take the big number, that's 61, and we're going to find it on our hundreds chart. Okay, and there it is. And because we have two tens, we're going to drop down 2 rows because each row is 10, and that takes us to 81. So now the tens are finished, but we still have to add 4. So we're going to hop 4 spaces to the right, and there's our answer. 61 plus 24 equals 85. Right. And we have to remember, when we see this in our math work or on a test, we have to complete it. Okay, so we would rewrite the equation there. Now, I'll show you something that is going to come in useful really soon. We can also use this for subtraction. Let's say we have a problem like this, 88 minus 13. Ask the same question. How many tens are in one of the numbers? And I always choose the smaller number. How many tens are in 13? And then what's left over? Well, this is subtraction, but we're still going to follow the same pattern. We have a 10 and we have 3 left over. Now, because we're subtracting, we're not going to go down and to the right. We are going to do everything in the opposite direction. So we'll find 88 on the hundreds chart, which we just did, on the 100 chart, I'm sorry. Okay, and you can see it's right there. Now, let's subtract 10, which means we're going to go up 1 row. And we still, even though we finished with the 10, we still have 3 to worry about. So we're going to go to the left 3 spaces. And that takes us to 75. Okay? The subtraction part is really not any more difficult than the addition part. We're just moving in different directions. And we want to be sure that we're taking one number and breaking it down. That's it. Now, let's watch someone else explain it.
Hundred chart, meet Jada. Jada, meet hundred chart.
Hi, 100 chart.
The hundred chart goes from 1 to 100, with each row and column including 10 numbers.
Way cool.
Yep, and today we're going to add on a hundred chart. You can move up and down the rows and columns to find the sum of two numbers. Here's a problem. I need to add 43 and 16.
Are we going to use a 100 chart to help us?
We sure are, Jada. If I start at 43, I can move down 1 row to 53, showing a 10. but I need to add 6 more ones, so let's count it and move more spaces.
54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59.
So from 43, I moved 1 10 and 6 ones to get 59.
Which tells us that 43 plus 16 equals 59. We solved the problem.
Great job, Jada. We did it!
All three of us. Me, you, and our handy 100 chart.
Okay, and remember, you have the 100 chart. Okay, it's in your book. So here's what you're going to be doing today. Additional practice pages, 31 and 32, so that's in the thin book. Okay, and on page 31, they give you another hundreds chart, which you can use, and you're going to answer numbers 1, 2, and 3. And remember, like we've said, let's not do it in our head. When people do it in their head, sometimes they make mistakes. So use the chart and then put the answer on the line. On the next page, 32, it gets a little trickier. There's that word again, algebra. I'm going to tell you what that means really soon, I promise. For 4, 5, and 6, we have some numbers that are missing. So look at number 4. 24 plus something equals 39. And remember, when we're missing an addend, one of the things that we can do is subtract. We can do 39 minus 24. And of course, we could just use our 100 chart for that. Okay? There are other ways you can figure this out, but why don't you do this one for now? Number 5 says 40 something plus 31 equals 72. So, because we know fact families, we can say 72 minus 31 equals 40 something. And again, we're going to use our 100 chart to help us. Okay, number 6 is tricky, so let's see what you can do. Number 7, envision STEM. There are 21 active volcanoes in California. There are 17 active volcanoes in Hawaii. How many active volcanoes are in California and Hawaii? It's just an addition problem. So do what you can with these. The word problems have to be read carefully. Okay? Also, on the Envisions website, on the math website, I've assigned the interactive practice buddy and a game. You don't have to do those today. Try to finish them by Monday. I think on Monday they will come off of the site. But it's a really good way to practice, okay, to work on building your big number addition facts. Okay? And that's it for today. The end.